The way you guys started that game looked a lot like what you talked about before the game, didn't it?
Definitely. Even so, those too many turnovers in that first quarter. I think we had 5 or 6 like self-inflicted wounds. We got to make sure that we're taking care of the basketball. Can't survive getting out rebounded by 14, double up on the offensive glass. Got to find a way to box out, make sure that we're rebounding the basketball. Just the fundamental, simple things that we talk about. Scoring the basketball, we can obviously do that, but defense is where everything is going to happen at. That'll be better for them as well.
Question about the rebounding, Doug. Obviously, without Domas, best rebounder in the league, and without Keegan, who does a great job from his position as well, you guys are at a loss, and you're starting 4 guards. So, what is a workable solution, in that situation?
Well, I mean, we're just going to have to continue to look at it. A lot of teams are playing too big, so there's going to be moments where we're going to have to be big as well. But it has to be a concerted effort from everybody. We have to come back. We have to gang rebound. We got to make sure that we are hitting the boards, hitting first, making sure that we're checking people and going back and pursuing and getting the ball. I'll have to look at it, but sometimes, the ball's even bouncing. Just you can't be a step slow in that moment. We have to be the aggressor and go get the rebound.
You gave Dylan quite a bit of run there. What did you think of his minutes and just maybe the poise that he showed in his?
Dylan, obviously, one of his things is he can go get rebounds. He didn't tonight as normally he does, but he was in there fighting, and his physicality and things like that we absolutely love. I thought all 3 bigs they competed. It's just it's not on just the big. It's on other guys too to come back and make sure that they're helping out rebound. And this is a team, and you're going to see a lot of teams in the NBA now because everyone kind of copies each other that they crash 5. They're sending 5 to the board. So you got to make sure that you're boxing out. It puts an emphasis on you to make sure that you're hitting people and going to get the rebound, because essentially what you're saying is on this shot, if it's missed, it's a 50-50 ball, and who wants it the most? And you can't all of a sudden pause and look at the ball or anything. You have to hit your man and then go get the basketball.
Doug, in the third quarter, they had a 24-8 advantage in points in the paint. What did you see happening there?
I will have to go back and look at it, to be honest with you. Gortat screens, getting downhill. We just have to make sure. I mean, that's one of our emphasis is that we protect the paint. It's not a no middle, no base. It's a no paint team, and that's what we want to be. We have to have a level of physicality that is going to stand people up and stop them. And in that moment, that was not it. But I'd have to go back and look at it because, in these moments you're emotional, and sometimes you say things or even you think it's one thing and then you go back and look at it and it's something else.
How about Neek? You decided to give him to start him tonight in his debut. Can you just talk about, kind of the journey that he's had these last couple of months here, and the things that led to your decision tonight to go ahead and start him?
I just think, first of all, his athleticism, defensive ability, that's one of the biggest things. I mean, he had 8 rebounds, so the kid, like I said, he affects the game. Tonight he didn't score, but 8 rebounds is solid from his position. He's going to use his fouls. He's going to be physical. You can switch him off pretty much in today's game 1 through 4 in most cases. So he had a fantastic camp, and in this particular instance they weren't playing too big, so we had the ability to play him and switch across the board in most cases 1 through 4.
What can you kind of take us behind the scenes with that moment where you talked to him and told him you were going to go with him tonight?
I didn't really talk to him like that. I mean, I did talk to him a little bit in front of everybody, just to let him know that we support him and we got him. But more than that, I mean, he kind of knew because in practice he was going with the first team. You just didn't know, Jay. That's all.
What did you think of Keon's minutes? Almost 13 minutes there, 4 for 5.
Yeah, listen, Keon is an ultimate professional, and he is always ready to play. in these situations, we have a log jam, so it's going to be who's playing. But his aggressiveness and his ability to knock down shots, and his defensive ability, he's going to be on the floor. He's going to be on the floor.
DeMar, not even just the 29 points, but to me what really stood out was the 9 assists and kind of when it happened. A lot of facilitating in that first half. How much of a luxury is it to have someone that can not only score, but can also take a step back even when they're cooking and really get other guys involved?
One thing that DeMar does at a really high level is he just kind of looks at the game and lets it kind of come to him in the first half. He'll be seeing where the double team is coming from, how they're playing him, kind of examining the game, and then he's trying to find his knockout point and his ability to get to where he wants to go. And in those moments, if you take something away from him, he's a willing passer and a good teammate. So it just happens to be that he can put the ball in the bucket at a high clip.
Dennis, obviously, the 4 turnovers, but he seemed to kind of impose himself as advertised for you guys. What did you think of his minutes, that charge he was able to get in the game as well?
Listen, Dennis is big time. I'm not really worried about him at all. I'm understanding who he is, how he approaches the game. He's aggressive, and we want him to play aggressive because then it opens things up for everybody else so they can sit on Zach or sit on DeMar. His ability to get downhill, reject screens, willingness to shoot the 3 ball, and then also his ability to pick up, whether it's full court, half court, put pressure on the opposing guards is huge. He's everything that I was hoping that he was going to be, and he'll be even better as he gets his legs and all the different things as we get a flow with him. But love Dennis.